Hey girl, hey, it's Charvette Mitchell here for our weekly training in the marketing tips with Charvette Facebook community. Happy Juneteenth. I realize that today is a holiday, so thank you for spending a little bit of time with me on Juneteenth, or if you're catching this in the replay. Listen, today and all month long for the month of June, we've been talking about events and how events play a role in your overall marketing plan. Today, I want to talk about 10 things to prepare when you are getting ready to attend events, conferences, and summits. And we're going to get right into it right after this quick intro that allows the streaming platforms to send out notifications and letting you know that I am here. We'll be right back.
Get ready for the Platform Builder Summit, hosted by Mitchell Productions and produced by Charvette Mitchell, where we will amplify your brand and boost your profits. Kicking off Thursday, November 2nd, 2023 with our VIP Day for VIP guests only. And Friday, November 3rd and Saturday, November 4th, 2023 for all summit attendees. Enjoy main stage speakers, panel discussions, and breakout sessions. All of this hosted in person at the 4 Points by Sheraton, Richmond, Virginia. Register today at www.platformbuildersummit.com. We believe that every emerging woman business owner and leader has the potential to grow their business by shining a spotlight on their expertise. With the right marketing tools, resources, and support, you can achieve your goals and take your business to new heights. Reserving your seat at the Platform Builder Summit is the next step in that direction. Go to www.platformbuildersummit.com for tickets and more information. We cannot wait to see you November 2nd to 4th in Richmond, Virginia.
All right. Hey there. Thank you so much for being with me here on Juneteenth and spending a little bit of time. Or if you're catching this in the replay, in the recording, absolutely no problem at all. Use your time as you see fit. This is our last segment here for the month of June. This is our last weekly virtual session. July, we'll be back with another topic. But today we're going to be talking about 10 things to prepare when attending events. It's going to be really, really good. And I'm going to be out of your hair in less than 30 minutes. Welcome if you're coming on in. Thank you so much for being here with us in the Marketing Tips with Charvette community. I am Charvette Mitchell, owner of Mitchell Productions Consulting, and we work with high achieving women entrepreneurs. Sometimes a few lucky men get sprinkled in, really to help them generate more revenue by focusing on their marketing, their visibility, and their branding. I have a degree in marketing, a bachelor's in marketing from Virginia Commonwealth University. I spent 25 years in corporate America, majority of which was in training and development. Shout out to Capital One Bank. Left February 2nd, 2018, and have been a full-time entrepreneur ever since. I am an event producer. So this coming November, the Platform Builder Summit will be the 7th event as far as a conference I've hosted. I've also hosted 2 retreats. So I can talk a little bit about how to leverage events for your marketing. Also, I am a book visionary author. I produce books in collaboration with my clients. So I have 5 books that are out and available in amazing collaborations. And we are working on the 6th book. Hey, if you ever wanted to be an author and you think stepping into the book process as a anthology author would be a good idea, send me an inbox. I might have a space available for you. All right, so that is a little bit about me. Oh, I host the Charvette Mitchell radio show. Some of you might be here and in the community because of that. We just crossed over 702 episodes. And so that's a little bit about me and all that I bring to the table. Hello, Miss Lee. Thank you for popping on in. Hello, my mom. Thank you for being here as always. And so let's go ahead and jump right on in and talk about 10 things to prepare when you are attending events. And so this whole entire month, we've been talking about events and how they play a role in your marketing plan. It's actually even one of the steps in my trademark framework called the Platform Builder, where I encourage entrepreneurs to host events and also participate in events. And so I found this great article, which I actually dropped a blog post of this over on platformbuildersummit.com, where you're able to purchase tickets for my summit. And this article is by Deborah Shane, and she talked about 10 things to prepare when going to an event. So I don't steal anybody's intellectual property. I am always glad to give them credit. So this came from this dynamic person on smallbiztrends.com. So the first thing, and I concur with everything I'm getting ready to talk about. So the first thing, as we talk about 10 things, and welcome, I see the hearts and the love coming on in. Hello, Tia. Hello, Tashana. Hello, Simone. Thank you so much for being here. So the first thing, when we are thinking about 10 things to prepare when you are attending events, and events, I mean, it can be a networking event, local networking event, and these things are primarily for in-person events. Do y'all recognize, like, we're outside, right? Like, the world has opened back up. They said this is going to be the most traveled summer because people have felt comfortable enough to like get out there now. So you're going to see a flurry of events. You're going to continue to see a lot of things for you to be able to go to. And so this conversation is geared towards any type of event, brunch, conference, symposium, seminar, expo. First thing you want to prepare is your mindset, your attitude, and your energy. So if you are an introvert, you know that events take a lot of energy, right? Any introverts here, put a one in the chat. Any introverts listening later, put a one in the chat. So if you're engaging with people all day, if you're an introvert, you definitely know that it takes energy. But even if you're not an introvert, you want to prepare your mind that you're going to a function. Let me be open to meeting new people. Let me be open, have an open mindset to a new thought process or a new idea that a speaker may say. So the first thing that you want to prepare is your mindset and your attitude about being open. All right. That's the first thing. Let's move on to the second thing. Document schedules and sessions. So this is in particular if you're traveling. So I happen to be this is perfect timing because I happen to be traveling to Atlanta this week for a conference, a business conference. So Tuesday up through Sunday, I'll be at a business conference. Shout out to Sales and Profit, TSP, Traffic Sales and Profit, to my current mentor, Lamar Tyler and Ronnie Tyler. So I'm actually going to a business conference. So one thing that you want to keep in mind and prepare if you're traveling, like, do you have all your travel documents, right? Do you have your boarding passes printed out, or are you digital on your phone? What is the schedule like of the event? Like, find out before you go, what type of schedule, when will you have free time? What's going on at the actual event that you're going to? So if you can, find out the schedule, find out the types of sessions that are going to be there so that you can prepare yourself to make sure, hey, I know I want to go to a session, that the afternoon session on Friday, or hey, I need to take a call for a business deal or something. Let me look at the schedule and see where I can pipe that in. So definitely, if you're traveling, make sure you have like all of your travel documents. Make sure you know what your hotel reservations and all of that. Make sure you have all of that ready to go. Even if you are not a planning person, even if some of you are like planning people, and so you have your things set up and ready to go like 2 weeks ahead of time. Some of us wait till like 10 p.m. the night before we get ready to go to throw things in a suitcase. Although I will say I'm very proud that this trip I didn't do that. I started packing on Saturday because I'm actually going to be gone for a total of a few weeks. So that's the second thing. So as we move on along, thank you for those that are coming in and popping on in on your holiday. I recognize that you're celebrating Juneteenth with us, or you're listening later, and we're talking about 10 things to prepare when attending events. And events can definitely be an incredible part of your marketing strategy, even if you're just attending or if you are also speaking. Here's number 3 of our 10 things. Select specific people to meet. Determine ahead of time, if you can, if at all possible, determine ahead of time some of the types, either the types of people that you want to meet. And we talked about that in the networking piece, right? Which was the first session. So go back into the guides section and you can see all of the videos from this series. So either the types of people that you want to meet, or there might be specific people that that are attending. Go ahead and put it on your roadmap. Go ahead and write down, hey, there's a speaker I see that's going to be at an event that I'm going to. I want to make sure I meet them. Or there are these types of people that I know are going to be at this particular event. Make sure that you make a note to yourself for certain people, specific people that you want to interact with. It could be someone that you've been a friend with or been connected with on social media and never met in person, and you see that they commented that they're going. So make a list and be intentional to make sure that you get to meet specific people. So that's number 3 of this list of 10 things to prepare when you're getting ready for events. And again, that's any type of in-person event. And this is geared towards in-person. It could maybe be slanted for virtual, but more so in-person. Brunches, conferences, seminars, symposiums, all of that. Number 4, make sure you take something physical with you. We have been really conditioned in this virtual space that we don't actually need to have something in hand. But guess what? I would say all of the past in-person things I've been to over the last year, somebody asked for a business card. Now, I know that those of you that have you have the digital Blink and you have a digital card, so you can do that. But I would say if you're in person, there are people who are not digital like that. So I would have business cards. Some of you might have some postcards, kind of size flyers, or a handout. So it depends on your industry, your genre, what's appropriate. But I would encourage you to have something physical, even if it's just your business cards. But if you have something coming up that you're promoting, have it printed and have some with you, because if you're in person, people don't mind like receiving something in person. All right. If you have business cards and you're ready to go, let us know in the chat. If you're saying, hey, Charbette, thanks for the reminder, I need to go do that, that's good too. All right. So have something physical and ready to go. Okay. So again, as we kind of go through this, we're talking about 10 things to prepare when attending events. And this is hot on my mind because I'm getting ready to go to a business conference this week. But also, you know what? This training is brought to you by my own event. So this will be my 7th conference type. We're calling it the Platform Builder Summit. That's coming to Richmond, Virginia, on November 2nd, which is VIP day, but November 3rd and 4th are the main conference days. And so we want to invite you to register. Our theme is amplify your brand. And thank you for the hearts. Amplify your brand and boost your profits. And we've been making speaker announcements, letting you know the types of sessions, giving you the speakers' bios, because we're really passionate about the type of conference and summit that's being produced. Guess what? And you can even do a 3-pay option, early bird, for like $58.33. So totally worth it. Great. Tia is saying she has cards. Awesome. Great. We've got some. So hey, Gwen, thank you for being here. Thank you for popping on in. Hey, Madeline, thank you for being here. Heidi, who is coming to the summit. Yes, physical business cards are still a thing. Got them ready to go. They are still a thing. They absolutely are. Thank you, Miss Bass. They absolutely are. So as our 4th of 10 things that we're talking about preparing to go. And this could be business. This could be on your job. If you have a conference on your job, like any type of event you're going to, this could be a church conference, a church symposium or convocation. Have these things ready to go. So something physical that you can hand out because people are going to ask you. Number 5 of the 10 things to prepare when you're going to events. This is a very interesting one here. Now, some of you are talking heads, like you can carry a conversation, with a chair, like you have no problem starting conversations. Some people, it is, I'll say nerve-wracking, or it's anxious for them to think about, okay, I'm going to be at this big event and I've got to talk to people. If you're that type of person, go ahead and ahead of time, prepare a conversation starter or opening questions. So if you are in that space, again, some of you can just talk and it's not a thing. For the rest of you where networking feels anxious or it feels like it takes a lot, go ahead, like just have a standard conversation starter. If you sit down next to the person on the plane, or you sit down next to someone at the conference or the summit that you're going to, and they say hello, and you're like, oh, what am I saying? Have like a question ready to go, right? And it could be something simple. Does anyone do that? And if you do that, hey, Shelly, thanks for being here. And if you do that, let us know what that is. But again, this I think is a really great tip, in particular if speaking and being around a lot of people is something that's anxious for you. So have like a standard conversation starter and jump right on in, right? It could be simple as where are you from? How was your travel in? Like something that you don't have to think about. And literally you can ask that to everyone. You don't have to come up with different question starters. Thank you, Miss Bassett. Yes, this is a great to do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's keep it moving here. 10 things we can do to prepare for events, prepare for in-person events. Number 6, schedule in or plan some random free time into your schedule. So in particular, if you're going, so like for instance, I'll be, in a conference Wednesday, Thursday, Friday there, and it is packed. Let me tell you, the schedule is packed from like 8 in the morning to like there's a dinner break, and then there's like 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. minimum. Sometimes it goes beyond that. So full days. However, you can plan in and make sure you kind of plan in some free time. So maybe you're not in sessions from 8 in the morning till 10 at night, right? Plan in some free time. Here's how that's beneficial. You might meet somebody or connect with someone and want to just have this great conversation related to your business or your industry or what have you. If you know, okay, I'm not rushing to get to this next thing, or I didn't promise that I was going to go to dinner every night with a certain group. If you plan in some random free time, when there's things that pop up that are spontaneous, then you have it already built in, right? You already have time built in. You don't feel like, oh, I'm so maxed out on my schedule. Also, the random free time can help you recharge. If you're a type of person that needs a little bit of downtime to kind of recharge, randomly making sure you have some free time baked in is very helpful for you. Let me address this question that's coming in, Ms. Bass. Who almost didn't show up today? Who almost didn't show up today? All right, this is a great idea, right? That's great. Oh, I love this comment I see coming in from Lisa, who's going to be with us at the Platform Builder Summit. Driving at traffic, like listening in. Okay, catch the replay, no problem at all. Which brings up a point around like preparing, like if you have to drive, if you're driving somewhere and thinking about traffic, because Atlanta has a lot of traffic. I'm the type of person once I get to the hotel, I'm there. And that's why I love staying at like full service hotels that have a restaurant, because I am not about that like traveling all around the city type person. I want to be where the action is. So plan in when you're going to summits and events, certainly ones that are over multiple days. If you're going to an event that's one day, that's kind of different. Thank you for the hearts. But if you are going to an event that's over 2 or 3 days, plan in some random free time. That's why I love with our summit, we're, pretty much like 8 to 6, 8:30 to 6. And then you have the evenings free. You also get like an hour and a half lunch. So you've got a good break for lunch. And we let you, have the evenings to go. We used to do a different type of schedule, and we would have like a Friday evening session, but I really like that we give you like the evenings off, so you can have this random free time baked into your schedule. All right, so let's go to number 7. Number 7 of our topic here: 10 things to prepare when attending events, and this is geared towards in-person events, and this can be any type of event, and we're gearing this to anything that you would kind of go to for your industry. You need a social media strategy. Now, this is where the marketing elements are coming in. Be intentional about your social media strategy. I'm about to give you a pro tip right now. So if you have listening, open up both your ears and listen. Here's a pro tip. When you go to a conference, summit, event, find out if there is a hashtag that they are using, which is the pound symbol and a word, or if they say something like tag the host, tag the speakers. Here's what happens. When you go to events, be intentional about taking some pictures, doing reels, doing stories, or what have you. When you tag or either use the hashtag for that event or tag the host of that event or producer of that event, most cases, them or their team is going to reshare it. Them or their team is going to retweet it. Them or their team is going to repost it. Guess what that does for you and for your business? Now, other people's eyes are on your business and your post. That, ladies that are listening, is a pro tip. So for your social media strategy, at a minimum, find out if there is going to be a hashtag Or if they don't, even if you tag whoever is hosting the event, I promise you they are going to reshare it, because someone as a event host, an event presenter, I love to see when people tag me and share their experience and talk about what's going on, and it's reposting and retweeting and all of that, right? That is a part of your marketing strategy. So that's how we kind of pulling in the marketing. Does that make sense? Put a 2 in the comments if that makes sense. Put a 2 in the comments if that makes sense. Put a 2 in the comments if that makes sense. So yes, this is so true, right? It's absolutely so true. Hello, Tara. Thank you for popping on in. So that at a minimum should be a part of your social media strategy. Find out the hashtag or tag the host. Now, here's the other part associated with that, and that we talked about actually before. People like to do business with those they feel like are knowing, are growing, let me say it that way, learning more, doing more. And so you just taking some pictures, videos, or what have you, shouting out the event, is going to help your clientele. So the current clientele you have or the current followers you have feel like this person is out and about and doing things. So you want to do that. It's number 7. Tied to number 7 is number 8. Tied to number 7 is number 8, which is your content marketing plan. What to prepare, 10 things to prepare as you're going to events. Now, why do we say content marketing? So we just mentioned social media, right? The social media, I gave you the pro tip for the social media strategy, but your content marketing is broader than social media. Social media, we got Facebook and we have Instagram, we got Twitter, we got TikTok, we got, those various things. And so you want to do that. Your content marketing is broader. So social media is in one bucket for your content marketing. And this is also referenced in the Platform Builder Marketing Planner. If you don't have it, get it, grab it. But it's also your content marketing is anywhere the voice of your brand can be experienced. Your website, your blog, your YouTube channel, your podcast, if you have one, your email list. Those all make up your overall content marketing. So when you're going to events, think about, how can I then share this experience in my content? Can I write a blog post on my website? Can I do a video that's outside of social media, but on YouTube? FYI, YouTube is owned by Google. So that helps with your search engine, people finding you on your search engine. Can you do an email to your email list? Those of you that are writers, though, any writers in the building, you're like, Charvette, you saying this video stuff? Okay, I see the 2s. Thank you for the 2s. This is making sense. I see the 2s coming in here. So those of you that are more writers instead of talkers, can you do a summary of the events and some highlights and some things that that you captured and share that as an email to your list? So you want to think about, when I'm going to an event or a conference, how can I create some content? Because here's a quote that I love to share by Rachel Luna is her name. Your life is content, ladies. Your life is content. So if you're attending a conference, that is content that you can share. And so again, think about your website or a blog, or if you're doing podcasts, can you do a podcast about something that happened at the event? Can you do a video? Can you write an email to your email list with highlights? So you almost want to think about, you almost turn a little bit into journalists and into media, but people like to be connected with leaders. Leaders are always learning, always growing. Leaders are resourceful. And that's how you will appear when you share your experience at a conference by way of your content. Oh, this is good. I don't know if this is good for y'all, but it's good for me. All right. Let's go to number 9. Number 9, I got 6 minutes. All right. Number 9, technology. So if I'm saying take real, and my mom is going to say something because my phone is always like on 10% or 8%. Make sure, if you are a phone person or if you're an iPad person, like, take something with you. You might need some battery packs. You might need to have cords. So really kind of like some practical things you want to be thinking about when you prepare to go to a live event. So I'm telling you now, when you come to the Platform Builder Summit in November, bring your technology, bring the stuff that you need. Some of you might have a tripod. It might be great to bring that. Bring your tripod, bring a traveling tripod with you. And so think about the technology things that you want to make sure you pack as you are getting ready. Number 10, finally, number 10. Listen, I'm seeing the yeses. Thank you, Miss Bass. I'm seeing the yeses come in. Number 10 of the 10 things to prepare when you are attending events, in particular in-person events, a follow-up plan. So, and in particular, if you're definitely over multiple days, but even a one-day event, who you sit down next to at a break or a lunch, or who you might be in a room with. And in particular, these are all really important if you're speaking at the event. But they're going to be people that you want to follow up with, and they're going to be people that say, let's follow up. So you want to make a plan. Does anyone have a follow-up plan already? Let us know in the comments. Type out what you do. If you already have kind of like a system or a follow-up, let us know what you do. I'll tell you one thing that I do. If I do receive like somebody else's business card, I will take a picture of it and have it in my phone, because sometimes, after you pack and after you get back home, you're like, where are the business cards? I met somebody named Lisa and I really want to follow up with her. So I will take a picture of the physical business card that somebody gives me, or a postcard. And that way I know it's like in my phone, even if I can't get to it by hand. So anyone, yeah. I told you my mom was going to say, keep your phone charged. Her and my sister are the types of people, like their gas doesn't get below half a tank and their phone doesn't get below 50%. So me, on the other hand, I know my car, I know my phone. Yes, would love to know. Yeah. So if you do have a follow-up plan that you already do, let us know in the comments. But again, one thing that I do is take a picture on my phone. Hey, Sonia. With any of the physical business cards that I might get. Also, if I'm taking notes, in a notebook or what have you, I'll make an asterisk or some type of signification to say follow up with that person. And then you might have like a timeline when you follow up, or you might be the phone call person or email person or what have you. So think about your follow up plan. Yes. The follow gets me every time. I know, right? Thank you for being honest. It's like, oh my goodness. Hey, Teresa. Oh my goodness. I didn't follow up. So that's something, that's why I'm putting it on your list here. And again, if you missed it and you're like, oh, I missed some of the 10 things that you said. I actually have it in a blog post over on platformbuildersummit.com. Scroll on the first page. There's a whole blog post and it goes into more details around all the 10 things that I just shared today. And again, this weekly training and the whole training for the whole month of June has been brought to you by Mitchell Productions, and specifically the Platform Builders Summit, where our theme is amplify your brand and boost your profits. We have just a few more speakers to announce. We've been announcing the speakers and the session. So, honey, listen, it is power pack. So jump over to platformbuildersummit.com. Grab your early bird. So here's the thing. Early bird is VIP is sold out, but early bird for our general registration is only $175. It's going to go to $250 after September 1. But there's a 3-pay option where you can do $58.33 for every 30 days. That is going to be going away July 1st. So if you want to do the payment plan, the 3-payment plan option, that goes away July 1st. So just all you need to do is put down $58.33, and then 30 days from now, another $58.33 will come through, and 30 days from now, another one will come through, and you'll be done, and you'll be done, and you'll be completely done. We've got people that are here right now that are already registered, and we're excited and planning a lot of great things. So go to platformbuildersummit.com. Also, all the speakers that have been announced, you can see their session topic, their session description, their bios. All of that is over there. Lisa, let me capture a comment, who is going to be with us at the Platform Builder Summit. I do too. She does photos of business cards. I take a photo with the person, exchange numbers, and I text, great to meet you. Let's do virtual coffee next week. I love that. So listen, Lisa just gave you a follow-up strategy. And I actually really love taking the picture with the person as well. And even if you post it on social media and tag them. All right, you're welcome. Yes, absolutely. Great tip. I love that. I agree with that. Teresa said, great tip. Tia, she's going to be with us. Oh, no, not too well. We hope Tia is going to be with us. Let me capture her comment. Can you put the link for the event? Yes. Thank you, Tia. Tia, I will put that back up. And I was just saying Tia's going to be with us. And listen, I was prophetic on that. So platformbuildersummit.com. It's going to be November 3rd, which is a Friday, November 4th, which is a Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. It'll be in Richmond, Virginia at the 4 Points by Sheraton. If you're familiar with Richmond, it is the one near the airport. It's like 6 minutes from the airport. So if you're flying in, 6 or 7 minutes from the airport, they have an airport shuttle. They also have a complimentary van that'll take you locally within I think like a 5-mile radius. There's literally across the street, tons of restaurants and eating like in the vicinity. There's also a restaurant on site in the hotel. We have all of their conference space. So we have the main ballroom, and then we have there is I guess a lunch area. Well, it's one of the conference rooms that we transferred into the VIP lunch room. And then we have the other space that's for the breakouts. So we have all of the conference space. So nobody else will be in that hotel as far as the conference other than us. So we look forward to seeing you. The platformbuildersummit.com. Also, with the speaker page has been updated. So as we have been announcing speakers, we've been updating the speaker page. So you could click on those speakers and see their title, see the title of their session, see the description of their session and their full bio. Their social media links and all are there. So there are speakers like, oh, I want to connect with that person. Like you literally can go ahead and connect and do that now. And again, we look forward to seeing you. Key point, the early bird rate is $175, which is still like a complete steal for a 2 full day conference with over 20 speakers. So $175 is the early bird rate. That ends September 1st. But if you want to do the 3 payment option of $58.33, which is every 30 days, that's going to end July 1st. So July 1st, if you want to do the payment plan, get that in before July 1st, before that disappears. All right. There you have it. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Yes, we look forward to it. I love the virtual coffee as well. Hey, Nicole, thank you. And Miss Bass, thank you so much. All right, it's a wrap. Thank you for spending some of your holiday with us here. I know that our ancestors would be proud that we have this privilege and that we are walking in dreams that they could not have even imagined, and that we are certainly living out their wildest dreams. And so I count on an honor to be able to just come live and share this information on this holiday, or those that may be checking this out, catching this out later. And that wraps up our 4-part series here in the Marketing Tips with Sharvette community. We'll be back in July with another series and another topic. Thank you so much for being here, and it's a wrap. We'll see you all later. Bye.